Come with me as I transform this wig that I styled a long time ago into this gorgeous straight wig. Okay, so looking at the wig, I'm gonna take it off because that's just easier. Looking at the wig, it's very messy. So, I don't know if you can see, but like it's really messy, like tangled. The curls are coming out. It's been under my bed for about 2 months, so it's time to fix her. Um, I don't know if you can see, but this bit is like solid. Like, I don't know if you can hear it, but like it's literally solid. And also, there's got to be glued in like this bit. And yeah, it's just a bit crusty and old. And I'm going to show you how to take it from this into a gorgeous straight wig that you can either style or wear as it is. Okay, so I'm in the bathroom, mainly because I'm going to be using a lot of water. And the very first thing that I'm going to do is try and unwrap this little bit. And this would just mainly help the hair, like, be exposed. So when it's having a bath, which is what I'll do next, it can just try and, like, the water can try and get every little bit of hair and just take the got to be glued out because I have no idea how much got to be glued I used on this wig. All I know is that there's a lot. So we're almost there. I may need to grab some scissors because there's some cable ties holding the ponytail. But a little bit about this wig. This was the first wig I ever like styled, and that came out like decent. Because I've tried to style wigs before, and they didn't really end up what the vision was, if that makes sense. They always ended up a little bit off and just looking a little bit weird. So, really quickly, I'm going to grab some scissors because I've got all of the cable ties exposed. So, I'm just going to cut all of them and we can really see what we need to do next. So, back in 1 sec. Okay, so I'm back with some scissors and I am just going to try and like cut every cable tie. Okay, one is now off. The hair is like stuck because the amount of got to be glued I used. So yeah, I don't actually know how hard this is going to be. If you cut the wig, it doesn't really matter. So now all the cable ties are out, we have literally got an imprint of where the ponytail was. Like, I literally, like, it's really hard to bend. And obviously, some hair has broken because I cut it accidentally. But the first thing that I'm going to do is give it a hot water bath. So, I'm going to fill this bowl up with some hot water and just put the wig in it and let it sit for a while because the hot water would help melt the hairspray, or got to be glued in this case, and kind of anything else that I put in the wig. So I will be back, do that, and I'll show you what it looks like after. Okay, so I'm back and the wig has been sitting in the water for a little under an hour. So most of the glue or like hairspray should have came out by now. And this is what it's looking like. I'll just hold the end up. It's still definitely a little bit knotty and messy. So a little trick that I'm going to do is empty out the water, but I'm going to empty it onto the wig. This should just help everything like go through the wig. So there we go. Now the bowl is empty. So we've just got a wig that is a little bit wet. And now what I am just going to do is just try and brush. I'm not really going to be able to brush it, but I'm just thinking, like, what can I do to help it be easier in like the future? So I'm actually just going to, hang on, I'll come actually in the camera. So I'm going to actually leave it to dry because most of the glue is out. You can't really do anything, so this fitting too bad, but it's mainly where the ponytail was, where it's really knotty. So I think that's going to be the next thing I'm going to sort out. So I'm going to take it, put it back on a wig head, let it dry and just kind of steam it. So not steam it, but like brush it so it's less tangled and everything. So let's do that. I will be back in one sec. Okay, I've changed the location slightly and we're going to move it back to my bedroom. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. I'm going to grab a towel, hold it in my teeth and just grab a wig, shake it a little bit, and then kind of put it in the towel and just wrap the towel around the wig so that it can just be folded and carried back to my bedroom like this. So the next time you'll see it, it will be on a wig stand. Okay, so we're back in my bedroom and I'm having to like bend down to be in the camera. This is the wig. I've got a little section that I'm gonna try and like brush and detangle, and I'm going to show you how I'm gonna do that. So this is the little section. I'm gonna start by going in with the wig control spray. This one's for synthetic and human hair wigs. And what I'm going to do is just spray it at the top of the wig and just kind of brush like down the wig. And the wig isn't completely dry, but it's definitely going to help take some of the frizziness definitely out of the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really like frizzy. So I'm just going to kind of spray, oh my god, spray the hair and then just like brush the wig until I feel that's quite tamed for the stage that we're at. So I'm going to do this. The main goal is to kind of be able to run my fingers through it. So this bit is done. I have to go over it once or twice, but this bit is almost done. So just going to do that until the whole wig is much more tamed, because I don't know if you can see all of this, but like it's literally a massive mess. So I'll be back when the whole wig is tamed. So I had to shift back to the bathroom and I'm actually in the bath for the next step and you'll see why in a minute. So the wig is much better than what it was and I've had to put a plastic bag on the wig head for the next step, and this is mainly going to be cleaning the wig. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some shampoo and just mainly focus on like the top of the wig. I'm going to get a lot on there and just kind of going to rub it in like it was actual hair. This will just help clean the wig and kind of help everything like become tame and much like easier to manage, to be honest. Okay, so this is the wig. Most of it is covered in shampoo, and now what I'm going to do is kind of give it a proper shampoo bath, but I'm going to leave this for like 5 minutes to like really absorb into the hair. But what I'm going to do, because I'm almost out of the shampoo in the bottle, I'm going to fill that up with like warm water and throw it in a bowl, so the bowl is like shampoo mixed with water. Then I'm going to throw this in and just let it sit, kind of like how we did the water bath, but this time it's going to have shampoo in it. So I'll do that, show you like what that looks like, and yeah, back in a minute. Okay, so the water is prepared. It's quite warm because this will just help like calm the wig down and make it less like messy. So there's a bunch of shampoo in the water. It just looks like really soapy water. And what I'm basically going to do is take the wig off the stand, which is literally just beside me. And as you can see, it's like still got shampoo on it, but I'm going to dip this into the water, and anything that hasn't already got shampoo on is just going to get it from the water. So I'm just going to like fold it in, make sure that every little bit has got shampoo on, and I'm just going to push it and hold it under the water for a little, about a second or two, as this will just help keep everything covered. So I'm now going to leave that for a little while, and that can just absorb all of the shampoo before we do the same thing, basically the exact same, but with conditioner instead. See you then. Okay, so it's been about 2-ish hours, I think, and the wig has been soaking all of that time, and this is what it currently looks like. I do like the method to strain it out, but definitely the shampoo has sunk into every little bit of the wig, and I'm going to take that out of the water for now because we need to rinse the wig off. So I'm going to slightly either change camera angles or change locations and rinse the wig off. 1 minute. Okay, so we're now at the sink, which is where I'll basically rinse the wig off. And the way I'm going to do it is run a bit of water into the sink and just kind of like squeeze the stuff out into the water and just like strain everything off. So I'll basically demonstrate. So be in water and like kind of like squeeze it to get everything out, and then go through it like this until it's nice and clear. Already there's like a bunch of bubbles coming off, but obviously that'll go down the drain with the water. So I'm going to do that, then I will be back. Okay, so I thought about it and realised that washing it on the wig head would be a lot better because it will be in the bath and I can just use like the shower
Okay,
head
so the audio
to
stopped
help
halfway through
rinse
this
it
video,
off.
so I'm gonna have to like do a little voiceover. But I'm basically doing what I did with the shampoo, but with conditioner this time. So getting it all in the head, all in the wig, just to really absorb in there and kind of take everything out of it. And after it's in the wig, I'm going to put it in into a bowl actually, with some hot water, and just let that absorb and sit in there for maybe 1 or 2 hours. Could be more, could be less, haven't decided yet. But the longer I obviously leave it, the more the like got to be glued would come out, and the conditioner would just make the wig a lot softer. So I'm gonna cut the rest of this video, and yeah. Okay, this video is going to be a lot shorter because I literally can summarize it. I'm taking the plastic off the wig head because there's other ways I can rinse the wig without using the head. And the main reason is because it will give the wig head some time to dry because it's obviously canvas. I want it to dry. And also this could help prevent mold from growing on the head, which would obviously be very bad. So I'm just going to take the bag off and leave it to dry. So yeah, see you in the next bit. Okay, so the audio is still broken, but I think what I'm talking about is how the wig feels much softer after it's been conditioned. So it's been in the conditioner for about 2 hours, which has been plenty of time for it to kind of being absorbed and kind of get everywhere around the wig. The next thing that I'm going to do is kind of take it out of the bowl and basically just give it a really good rinse to make sure that everything is gone out of the wig. I can't remember why I'm showing it and what I'm saying. I'm just like straining as much as I can off the wig to try and get it as smooth as possible. So yeah, I'm basically going to put it in a towel and take it back to my bedroom where I'm going to dry it a little bit or until the wig can be put on a head and kind of put back in the bath to dry completely. Okay, so this is the wig now on my bed, and I know I said the next time you'll sit it'll be on a wig head, but I'm actually going to grab a hairdryer and just kind of dry both sides. So I'll dry this side a little bit, then flip it over and do the other side. When you're focusing up here, definitely don't use high heat because I found that can damage the lace a little bit. So stay away from using hot heat. But I'm basically going to get the hairdryer and blow it straight down onto the hair, as this will just help dry a little bit quicker, which would be good. This is the wig once it's been left to air dry and hair dried. So it's completely dry, and as you can see, it is quite frizzy. So the next step would just be untangling and brushing it. So the first thing I'm going to use is a wig control spray. This would help make it easier to brush and also to take some of the frizziness out. As like, you could definitely see, if I gather some of the ends, you can definitely see it's a bit tangled. And I'm also going to use a normal hairbrush to just kind of get the product through and also to take the hair apart and make it brushable. So I'm going to brush and kind of untangle all of this, then I will be back. This is the wig after a lot of brushing, and it's definitely less tangled than what it was. I'll demonstrate it for you. So the brush goes through it really easily, and this just sets us up quite nicely for the next bit, which is straightening the wig. And to do this, I am going to use a hair straightener, but I'm going to turn it on as soon as it gets warm. I'll start using it, then maybe use it for about 5 minutes, let it cool down, then keep doing that so it wouldn't be too hot. Because obviously the wig is synthetic, which means it's plastic. I don't want to burn the wig, so I'll demonstrate it without heat. So I'll grab a little section, maybe about this thick, then just run the straightens through. And obviously this would make it straight and also get rid of some of the frizziness. Then I'll immediately brush it straight after so that the hair can spread out a little bit more and just get some air around it to cool it down quicker. So that is what I'm going to do. I'll do that, then I'll be back. Okay, so now I'm back, and this half of the wig has been straightened, and as you can see, there's already a massive difference. This side, which I haven't touched, is much more bulky, and this side is more slicked. So I think that I'm only going to use a straightener, where another way you could straighten it is using a steamer. So you'd fill a steamer up and just I'll go from top to bottom and just hold the steamer and let the steam wet the wig, and it'll be hot. So then you just need to brush it to kind of set the straightness in. But because it's summer in the UK and it's currently really hot, I'm not going to use a steamer because that would make it hotter than what it already is. So I'm going to stick with a straightener and do the other side of the wig, and then I'll be back. Okay, so after about a day and a bit of washing, styling, not really styling, brushing and straightening this wig, I can safely say that I'm happy with how it looks. It's definitely a lot neater than how it was at the start of this video. And I haven't steamed it, but if you want a steaming tutorial, just comment and I'll do it. And yeah, this is kind of how you straighten a wig from it being styled. Yeah, make sure you subscribe, and comment if you want a steaming tutorial, because I'll definitely do it for you. So yeah, see you in the next one.